William Morrow and Harper Audio present Faithbreaker, a Fallen Gods novel, by Hannah Kaner, performed by Kit Griffiths. Prologue. Hestra, god of hearths, felt the flame of Hseth's coming, a flesh beyond her flesh, a fire beyond her fire. Hseth was no longer a god of burning heather for the herds to graze, nor a god of furnace and forges. The fire god had been reborn for blood and brass and bone, for war. And as the weeks passed, Hseth's power grew, feeding from fury and fear, as the Talitians came over mountains and waves to claim Middren for their own. Hestra, with her dwindling power, could sense the hearths of Deismouth crumbling and falling as its people tried to hold off the sea invasion. She could feel the stones that had once been carved with her ancient symbols in the north, which cracked and cooled as Middrenites fled down the Benite mountains ahead of the Talitians' flaming raids. They left behind their homes, those few places that still held Hestra's twig and moss figurines buried beneath the hearthstones in return for her blessing. So few still remembered that the hearths of their houses held fire god shrines. And that did not stop them burning. From the shadows of fireplaces, Hestra saw clouds of smoke rising over burning groves of ripening fruit. She saw wells blacken with the blood of the people who had drunk from them. She saw the poor folk who were caught, their livestock, their children dragged to be sacrifices at the feet of a god who would not remember what love could feel like when freely given, not taken with blade and flame. And Hseth's fire priests were happy to burn rich lands if it meant they could claim them more quickly and without a fight. They did not care that their own fighters were choking on their flames, their bellies empty and their clothes threadbare. They did not care that gods were not supposed to be used as weapons. Hestra wondered if she should go to Hseth, speak from hearth to flame and remind the Talitian god of the promises she had made. Remind her that she had been wise once, that she had known when to let flames burn and when to let them die. She did not. Hseth would not hear her. All she heard were the voices of her priests and the screams of her victims. There was only one person who wanted Hestra to speak, and she had no words for him. "Will you not talk to me, hearth god?" Arren whispered in the rare moments he was alone. Now he had negotiated himself free from confinement by the rebels and used his banner to summon armies to their defense. "Will you be silent till all of our people are ash and dust?" "Our people?" "The Vitosk lands to the east are overrun, Hestra," Arren pressed, the use of her name like a tug on her heart. What she knew by sight, he learned through letters, pleas for help, promises of soldiers, guards, supplies. She could feel his voice in her twigs, in her body. She could feel his fear, as if it were her own. They took Blenraden and hung its pilgrims and guards from the walls, like totems, flayed with fire. Hestra burrowed deeper into his heart, wishing
Sample complete. Ready to continue?